Okay, let's see if we can get this shit straight today. Hi angels, and welcome to today's spiel on intuition versus anxiety. This vlog is going to be all about how to connect to your intuition, and if you are like me and you experience anxiety, then this vlog is going to be more specifically geared towards you, because oftentimes us intuitive baddies also deal with a lot of anxiety. We are going to start with an unhinged, crazy story of a time when Alicia went slightly crazy and was listening to her anxiety more than her intuition and broke into her boyfriend's house in the middle of the night. To preface this story, I have been intuitive since I was a toddler, and we'll get into the details of that in other vlogs in the future. But what you need to know for this video is that around the time 15 through 17, I shut off my intuition completely, which caused intense anxiety inside of me. I didn't know how to read my gut instincts. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So let's talk about this crazy story. One night, I was dead asleep. It was about 1 to 2 in the morning, and I wake up in a full panic. And the only thing that I could come up with for this panic, the only reason that I could find was that in my head, that must mean that my boyfriend is cheating on me. So, what did Alicia do? Alicia decided to grab the reins here. Now I was feeling frantic. My heart was racing. I almost felt like I was going to throw up. And I decided I'm going to dress in all black. Mind you, it was summertime in the New England area. So it was about 90 degrees, like at night, humid, muggy, gross weather. I dress in black yoga pants from Victoria's Secret, obviously, or pink at the time. I dress in a black hoodie. I put on sunglasses and black gloves. Who the hell did I think I was? I will tell you I did that because if my boyfriend was cheating on me, he wasn't going to see me coming. There's that. I also understood that my parents are not going to let me out of my house. Not like that, not at 2 in the morning, not to go to my boyfriend's house. It would be a no. So I jumped out of my window at my house. I lived 2 streets away from my boyfriend, and I walked to his house. Now, I was so paranoid and anxious that you can imagine I was hiding behind bushes. If a car was coming, I was ducking. If anything happened out of the ordinary, I was on high alert. And I snuck around the side of my boyfriend's house, and he had these very old windows on his house, and I'm looking in the window. Mind you, I can't see shit because it's pitch black in his room. It's pitch black outside, and I'm wearing sunglasses. And I'm looking in his window, and I'm not really seeing any movement. I saw the TV on, I saw a few shadows, and I saw something move, and I was like, yeah, that's it. It's a girl. Bust through the window. I literally dove, opened the window, bust in the window. He had 2 dogs, they're barking. His dad turns the light on. He shared a room with his brother. Both of them woke up. They're like, what the hell are you doing? And I'm like, you're here with a girl. Wrong. He was there by himself. By himself. Not only did I get in trouble for that and everybody make a fool of me for about a week about me breaking into his house, I also went full-blown psycho. I will add that I literally in that moment made every excuse as to why I felt the things that I was feeling, and there was no validity in it whatsoever. So that is a perfect example of me spiraling with anxiety instead of listening to my intuition. For you guys listening, when you suppress your intuition is when your anxiety raises. And it's really difficult at times to see the difference between is this anxiety or is this intuition. So here is what I'm going to tell you. Usually intuition is calm and sits in your head, okay? When you're getting an intuitive download, it's almost like you just know. Anytime you connect to your intuition, you should just know, and it should be calming, even if the situation that you're picking up on is nerve-wracking. With anxiety, the energy sits in your solar plexus, and it's in your belly. You'll get an upset stomach, you'll get the butterflies in your belly, you'll feel uncomfortable, nauseous, something along those lines. And usually that's because you're connecting to more of that anxiety. So intuition is connection to your subconscious mind. It is the alpha mind, the state of awareness and understanding and the powerful knowing. And anxiety comes from the analytical mind, where you're looking for control or reason or looking for structure or logic in everyday life, right? So when I encourage you guys to connect to your intuition, my camera is glitching like crazy right now, and I feel like it's like literally the ghost of my ex-boyfriend haunting me right now. He's like, bitch, why are you telling this story? Anyways, you need to trust yourself. You need to lean into the calmness when you're feeling anxiety. So what I recommend, whenever you're struggling to tell the difference, if you put a hand on your belly and a hand on your head and take a deep breath like this, and do that a few times, usually if it's anxiety, it will kind of dwindle away. And if it's intuition, it will become safe and secure, if that makes sense. So all of us intuitive people can have a difficult time following our intuition. Usually the only thing you need to do to lean more into it is to validate it. So for example, you get a gut instinct that your boyfriend is cheating on you. Literally stop for a second and ask yourself, okay, is this my intuition or is this anxiety? Do the hand over the belly, hand over the head, breathe into it. And if it is intuition, your head will be like, no, he is cheating on me. It's a fact. It's not a feeling. It's totally separate from the anxiety, from the butterflies in your belly, from all those things. If it's anxiety, that feeling in your belly will be like amplified. And then what you can say, can you please separate my intuition from anxiety? And then the anxiety will be taken away and the knowing will still be there. Now, a lot of times when it's intuition, it also comes with a lot of synchronicities. So maybe you'll see an angel number or a spirit animal, a ladybug, a hawk, or something like that. And that's how you know the universe is kind of like has your back with these things. But tapping into your intuition, the only thing you need to do is honestly ask it questions. Your intuition should be your best friend. Your intuition you should treat like literally an actual person. So if your intuition brings you something, you should be like, thank you for that guidance. Can you explain this more? Can you show me more? Can you give me more detail about this? Can you provide more evidence for this? Can you show me more whatever with this? And then when it does come in, say, thank you so much. That helped me. Thank you for your guidance and support, so on and so forth. Connecting to your intuition and separating anxiety is going to be very difficult while you're first starting. But once you lean into it and you have a rhythm going, it becomes easier and easier. So my biggest recommendation is to find something that works for you as far as validating it or journaling about it or talking to your friends about your intuition and separating your anxiety and then doing the same thing every single day in order to keep up with it. Here are some unhinged grounding tips that you can utilize when you're having a difficult time differentiating the anxiety versus intuition. One of my best tips, and this is going to sound funny, but one of my best tips to get out of the anxious mindset and lean into intuition is to blast music as loud as you possibly can. Sing, dance, panic, do very loud, exciting music, anything that puts you back in your feels, because that's going to vibrationally like remove the anxiety from your system and allow you to lean into that alpha mind. The other thing that you can do, and you can make this kind of sexy too, and if you're with somebody, even better, is you can get an ice cube and rub it on your body, your wrist, your neck. That again brings you back into your body and separates your anxiety, and you can make it fun. Put a little twist on it if you want. Something else you can do, and this is going to sound counteractive, but you can get angry. You can use frustration and anger and start affirming things to yourself. I'm a bad bitch. I'm Alicia Bolans. Whatever the situation is, literally just affirm yourself over and over again, just so that you're affirming who you are and you're putting some energy back in your system that's like powerful and aggressive and not so much anxious. Few things that commonly happen to people who are intuitive but also experience anxiety. Number one, is it your intuition or are you picking up on somebody else's energy? This is something that happens all the time. So you need to be setting some energetic spiritual boundaries before you start diagnosing your vibes that don't belong to you. So another thing that you can do when you're feeling anxiety or gut instincts or you're confusing intuition versus anxiety is you can ask yourself, is this energy mine? or is it somebody else's? Something else that happens quite frequently is that whenever we're not getting validated, we're obsessing and feeling anxious. So if your intuition is only showing up when your crush is not texting back, that's not divine guidance. It's actually just a trauma response in a cute outfit. So when you're spiraling, stop for a second and ask yourself why. Another common misconception about intuition. Sometimes your intuition is not soft. Sometimes it's very bold and powerful and comes out of nowhere, and it literally just says, block him. And please do that when it happens. That's not anxiety, that's intuition. Another thing, real intuition does not need evidence. It does not need proof. It just is. So you're not looking for evidence. You're just scared that you're right and you're onto something. My advice here is drop the what if I'm crazy line and honor that gut instinct, and don't let yourself become frantic or overwhelmed with whatever's going on externally. This one's kind of funny, but have you ever had a gut instinct that literally makes your nipples hard and your stomach drop? It's like you're almost on like the Tower of Terror. That's more intuition. It's not always cute, but it is always right. With today's episode, I promised some tips on how to lean into your intuition without spiraling into anxiety. So here are a few tips. Number one, get quiet before you get clarity. It is so important to quiet your analytical mind and lean into your alpha mind before you dive into your intuition. Otherwise, that anxiety and that outside noise is going to honestly kick up the dust, and you're not going to be able to see anything clearly. So what's really important for you is to calm your body down and listen to your intuition, because sometimes it is very subtle. So if it's yelling, rushing, guilt tripping, that's anxiety. If it's chill and clear and confident, that's intuition. Another tip is you can literally ask your intuition, because your intuition is your best friend, like I said before, is this a download or is this drama? If your intuition sounds like a reality TV narrator with trust issues, then it's not divine guidance, babe. Your intuition won't create a soap opera narrative. It will give you one-liners like don't go, or say yes, or check your email, or just really simple, sharp things without any chaos. Another really wonderful tip is to listen to your body. Your body is the oracle, not your brain. So get out of your head and just into your physical body. If something feels expansive and exciting, that's your intuition. But if it feels like a tight grip around your chest and it's consuming you, or like a caffeine overdose, then that's your nervous system saying help. You also should really ground before you channel anything. So you wouldn't check your email during an earthquake. Please don't check your intuition while you're energetically shaking. All right. So here are some tips. Touch something solid, crystals, your hands, flowers, whatever. You can also just breathe and center yourself using that technique, hand over the head and over the tummy, breathing into it, and literally just saying out loud, okay, I'm grounding myself. I'm safe. I'm secure. That will also help. You can also experiment with time if you're a patient person. If it's truly intuitive, it will feel right tomorrow too. If it's anxiety, it will usually fade. Intuition is always this quiet voice in the back of your mind. Your intuition will never need you to look for proof. So stop freaking looking for it, because 10 to 1, you're looking in the wrong place anyway. Your intuition isn't LinkedIn. You don't need to back it up with source. Trust it anyway. And the confidence will actually bring forward more intuitive guidance because you're trusting your intuition like you would trust a best friend. Make space for neutrality. Not every intuitive download comes with fireworks or full body spiritual orgasm, all right? Sometimes intuition is just soft and quiet. So please don't overanalyze it. Just validate it and receive it, and then keep it moving. Another thing is surrendering. You don't need to have all the answers in order to connect with your intuition. So befriend the void that is within you. Sometimes you're not supposed to know every single answer. The not knowing is still a sacred space, and it allows you to connect deeper to that intuition because you're fully trusting it and understanding that whatever your intuition is guiding you in the right place. Please, 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 please don't buy any candles. Don't pull any cards when you're feeling anxious. You can do those things as long as you're not obsessing over it. You don't need to do 47 spreads to make sure that your first pull was lying. The spiritual confidence is a skill. You need to build it, and please, please don't crowdsource it. It's really important for you to trust what the messages are the first time you hear them. Now, I tell all of you guys all the time, if you go to tarot readers and you go to multiple, fine, but never go to a reader because you're anxious and you didn't trust the first reader's answer. If your question is, am I going to be successful? And one reader says yes, the biggest flex is to say, yep, okay, I trust it and I believe in it. Not to go to somebody else and say, are you sure? Because then you're not trusting the intuitive downloads that are coming into you or others, and that can actually detach you from your intuition fully. And the last thing I'll say, and I know I've said it a lot, anxiety is loud and it is frantic and it is chaotic and consuming, and intuition is loyal and quiet and a knowing. Your anxiety is trying to protect you from pain. So naturally it is going to catch up into high speed, try to get you to control things, have awareness, find answers and problem solve. But your intuition is trying to guide you with truth and clarity. Both want to help, but one will leave you exhausted and the other will leave you feeling aligned. So please make sure you listen to that. I hope that this segment helped. I'm going to do my best to organize it. I was a little bit chaotic myself today, probably because I'm anxious as always, but I am sending you so much love and light, and hopefully this helped, and I will talk to you friggin' soon.